There is no doubt that Hong Kong is a cosmopolitan city with a robust economy, and it attracts many people with different nationalities to work in our city or relocate to Hong Kong. It is estimated that over 560,000 foreigners have been living in Hong Kong, and they can neither speak nor read Chinese. Maybe they come from the US, Bangladesh, Vietnam, Thailand, or even Brazil. So, how can they survive in Hong Kong, like driving in Hong Kong, taking public transportation, or even ordering food in a restaurant? No worries, we do care about them. You may say, oh, really? How? Can't you guys see that a linguistic landscape is formed in our city, right? As explained by Landry and Borges, the language of public road signs, advertising billboards, street names, commercial shop signs, and public signs on government buildings combine to form the linguistic landscape of a given territory or region. So today we're going to different places in Hong Kong to admire our linguistic landscape. So let's get started. The first place we go is our university. Do you guys realize our university's name is written in both English and Chinese, like this one, and that one in Kim Sheng Road entrance? Since Hong Kong is an international city, our students and instructors come from different places. Most of them cannot understand Chinese, so the English one is also used. In fact, not only our university name is written in both languages, but all the buildings' names do so. The second place is our lovely little Thailand in Hong Kong, Kowloon City. While enjoying your Thai food in Kowloon City, do you realize those posters and menus in the restaurant are written in different languages? First, let's look at this poster outside Thai restaurant. What do you guys observe? Yes, very obvious, right? This poster is written in Thai language, and actually this is a recruitment poster hiring a Thai waiter for a Thai restaurant. Why do they write it in Thai language only? Is it because they prefer to hire someone who comes from Thai, like they use the same language and it helps construct their Thai identity? Or even look for belonging through language? At the same time, we can see their menus are written in three languages, Chinese, English, and Thai, as shown in the screen. The third place is Chongqing Mansions. As the gathering place for ethnic minorities in Hong Kong, we see a huge linguistic landscape that most of the store names and their restaurant menus are written in different languages or dialect, such as Urdu from Pakistan and of course English and Chinese. Using their own language are an act of identity. They, as foreigners, want to establish a connection with their hometown in these special areas within such a foreign city. When we talk about minorities, let's look at another group of people who are great coverage of Hong Kong but are not Hong Kongers. Domestic helpers. They're mostly Filipinos and Indonesians. On Sunday, they usually go out and gather around places. One of them is Kowloon Park. To help them understand the signs around the park, the language Filipino and Indonesians are added. In some leaflet, there's Japanese, Hindi, or even Nepali. These leaflets and signs serve various purposes of reinforcing rules, raising awareness of public hygiene, giving information about issues that the government wants to stress on. This is especially vital for Hong Kong as an international and multicultural city. The next place is Tsim Sha Tsui. This is a must-go place for tourists. Before the pandemic, it is estimated that the visitor arrivals for 2018 were over 65 million in Hong Kong. To make it easier for tourists to get around our city, English is put before Chinese in Tsim Sha Tsui. By contrast, for residential and industrial areas like Kwun Tong, English can be hardly seen. So, when deciding which languages to display, the style of audience design should be considered. To conclude, the government has been working arduously to create a tourist-friendly and multicultural environment. Being a city that is constructed with different cultures, Hong Kong has a unique and salient linguistic landscape to facilitate the lives of people from different backgrounds. But still, there are some questions to be asked. Is there a better way to manage the linguistic features being dispersed throughout the city? Should there be any regulations or guidelines for creating more effective signs along the way? How should citizens protect and at the same time help enrich the linguistic landscape of the city? So let's think about it.